Hello everybody. So I guess this video is a bit overdue. It depends who you ask. But this is my clock collection as of July 1st, 2026. So let's get started. First up is my Vericron Suffolk. Just your standard Westminster chime schoolhouse clock. Has a Harmony movement. I think it's from 1982. But yeah, pretty run-of-the-mill. Works. It sounds good. So, it's a nice clock. And this was the first one that I got with my own money, so pretty cool. And on to the next one. Here we have my Kienzle. I guess you could say it's like Vienna style, something like that, but it's definitely kind of unusual for Kienzle. It's just a gong strike, 2-train. It's in really good shape. Has all of the finials and everything, or finials, sorry. But yeah, it's definitely a favorite. I really like this clock. Got it for a good deal too. But on to the next one. This is my Howard Miller Cardinal. Has an Ergos triple chime with the moon dial. Pretty nice clock. It's pretty large actually. It's way taller than I am. Has the finial. Only complaint though is that the hood, when the chimes go off sometimes, the glass or whatever it is vibrates and it sounds really weird, but that can be fixed pretty easily. But yeah, it's running and chiming, obviously. No silent option, so it can only chime unless you take off the weight, but that's really it for this one. Pretty nice clock. On to the next. Here's my Hershey Lady Sarah. This clock isn't running right now because it's got some issues with the movement. If you it has striking issues, but I just have it turned off for now. But it will be working again pretty soon. It's a really nice clock, and I have the original box for it in the closet. There's the box, you can see the logo. But yeah, like I said, it's a really nice clock, and I do have a lot of documentation on it, so pretty cool. On to the next one. Okay, here we have a Seiko Charming Bell. This clock isn't really working right now, at least. The music does work, but the moving parts are not really working correctly. They never really have, even with fresh batteries, but that's all right. But it does work, and I don't have it set at the correct time, obviously. But yeah, pretty nice clock. On to the next. This is more of a novelty clock, but here we have my KitKat clock. I don't really like quartz powered clocks, but this thing is pretty cool because it has like the moving eyes and everything. And yeah, it's a nice little piece. Very popular. But anyway, on to the next. Here we have a Wooersh, however the hell you pronounce it. It's like a Bim Bam wall clock. I think they call it a figure 8 or whatever you'd say. But anyway, it's a decent clock. It's not running right now because I have the pendulum somewhere. It's never really ran correctly. But yeah, it's just sitting here basically. Might consider selling it. But other than that, it is a part of the collection still, so there it is. On to the next one. Here we have a Smith's mantle clock. It's a dual chime. It has Westminster and Whittington. Pretty nice clock. It's a little bit on the smaller side compared to my other mantle clocks. But it is very nice, and it has a really nice sound to it. But yeah, I got this from another YouTuber. I'll put his channel in the description. And yeah, pretty nice. Here we have my Karl Laufer mantle clock. It's not running right now because the movement needs to be serviced, so it's not really, doesn't like to run most of the time, but it will. It does chime. It has a really pretty sound, and I think I'll put a video in the description so you can hear it. But yeah, that's the Karl Laufer. I have the original key for it, which is pretty cool. And on to the next one. Okay, here is my Guyrod dual chime. This clock is in kind of sorry condition. It hasn't ran in such a long time, but it has a dual chime, Westminster, Bells of Jura. Pretty cool little clock. But this might be leaving the collection at some point, so there it is. Hopefully the next collector will give it a much better treatment. On to the next. Here we have my Pearl grandfather clock. You may remember this clock from the earlier days on my channel. This was my first grandfather clock. Still running and chiming just fine. We'll look inside here. Has the weights, pendulum. Other than that, it's basically the same as it has been. It's been running and chiming just as it should, so no complaints. But yeah, anyway, on to the next. Here's a pretty new addition. This is a cuckoo clock. I don't know the maker, but it's pretty basic. It's definitely not old. Probably made in the 90s, I'm guessing, or maybe even the 80s. But it's, like I said, it's just a basic one day. Does the cuckoo. Doesn't have the music box or anything. My phone is out of focus. There it goes. But yeah, pretty nice clock. Runs perfectly. It's a really nice little piece. I like having it run. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, anyway, on to the next one. Okay, here we have my Favori mantle clock. This one is a Bim Bam. Has a really nice sound to it. It is running and chiming, of course. I've had this for a little bit. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite mantle clocks. Has a nice texture to it. You can kind of see it right here. All the, whatever you call it. But anyway, that's it for this one. On to the next. Here we have my Gazo Santa Clara. This is obviously one of my favorite clocks in the collection. Has the Colombian anthem movement, which is pretty rare in these. These clocks in general are pretty rare. I think they only made about 850 of these, and mine is 749. We'll take a look inside so you can see the movement. It's a little bit dark, but the hammers and everything are in there. And there's the pendulum. But yeah, that's it for this one. On to the next. Here is my other Melody clock. This is a Seiko 2006 Collector's Edition. And it looks like that this one is behind. I forgot to set the time. Oh well. But yeah, really nice clock. It has the, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if it'll focus. It's got the crystals in it. That was something that Seiko did, and I guess it makes the clock a bit more expensive. But yeah, it does work. The daylight sensor has a bit of a problem, but it does work. So anyway, on to the next one. Second to last clock. This is the HAC bread loaf. This came with the Smiths that I got from the YouTuber. Really nice clock. It's missing the door, but that's all right. Doesn't run right now because it's had some issues, but probably get it fixed pretty soon and have it running again. Has a little, it's just a gong strike. It's not a Bim Bam or anything, but it's a really nice piece. But anyway, on to the last clock now. And lastly, here's my Ansonia gold medallion. This is one of my favorite wall clocks for sure. It's not, well, you can say that it's technically a mantle clock too, because it's sitting on a desk. But it's basically a hybrid. It has triple chime, obviously, and all the glass panels everywhere, so it is a very nice clock. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you think. Have a good day.